Last time you guys saw me, I was a lot less sick, I had a lot less subscribers, I also didn't have my Los Pollos Hermanos shirt. I also hadn't seen Better Call Saul Season 6. Yeah, I made a Better Call Saul video without actually being caught up on the current material. I don't really think it's a big deal though. I covered all the points I wanted to and there's nothing I'd really change in my video. I think Season 6 itself deserves an entire video devoted to it itself. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what I thought about the current season, where I think it's going to go, and just stuff. But boy, where do I even begin with Better Call Saul Season 6? I mean, this was just such a roller coaster of a season from start to finish. Season 5 left us in a very interesting place. It left us with Lalo pretty much storming off to find Nacho or to go back and attack Gus. There were multiple things that Lalo could have done. They took a bit of a different course than I was thinking they would in the first few episodes. I thought we were going to see a lot more of Lalo Salamanca than we did in the first few episodes.
Minerals?
We really didn't see much of Lalo this entire season, except when he shows up and pulls a prank on Howard in the last episode.
I think I'm in the middle of something.
My only complaint when I was first watching is I wanted there to be a lot more of Lalo. I thought they wasted a lot of, or not exactly wasted, but I thought they could have done a lot more with him in the first few episodes. I think the route that they went with Nacho was very good, and this is the first thing I want to talk about is Nacho's death. Nacho had one of, I think, the best deaths I've seen in a Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad episode in the entirety. It was just so good. My favorite scene of this entire series was Nacho's final phone call with his father. I think this is some of the best acting I've seen out of Nacho, Michael Mando's character, in the entire Better Call Saul series. And I love this start to finish. It's only like a 3-minute scene, but boy, the emotions packed into this scene are so good. And obviously, I was pretty sure that Nacho was going to die, but just the lengths that he went to get away from Lalo and the twins were so incredibly entertaining to watch and also very heartbreaking because you knew at some point Nacho was going to die. I think the way he went out though was just very fitting though. He finally got his revenge on Hector. Well, I don't know, finally getting revenge, but he let him know that he got his revenge on him by putting him in that wheelchair, which was just sick. I mean, another reason why Nacho is one of my favorite characters in this show, or recently became one of them from these last few episodes. Man, just so good stuff. Just such good stuff. Next, I want to talk about Howard. See, Howard's a character that I actually didn't really like in the first early seasons. I thought he was obviously he was fine. I didn't really hate him. And then when it got into more Chuck and Howard kind of teaming up against Jimmy, I started to dislike Howard a little bit more. And even when he denied Jimmy the job at HHN after the Sandpiper stuff, after all the stuff that he's been through, it didn't really seem like he deserved any of the stuff that Jimmy and Kim did to him. And the bottom line is, he didn't deserve any of it, because one thing that Howard did was he overcame Chuck's death and actually moved on from it. And you could tell he moved on from it because he seemed like a lot different of a character in the last few seasons. Well, Jimmy and Kim definitely did not move on. Man, they made it so hard to empathize with Jimmy and Kim now for the last few seasons. I love Saul as a character, but the stuff they did to Howard and the wrong place, wrong time kind of conclusion we got with him, it's just terrible stuff, man. I like Kim as a character. I think she's genuinely one of the better characters. They've pretty much destroyed all empathy I could ever have for her character. She's pretty much just gone off the rails. I don't really know what she's doing at this point, but yeah, in short, I think Howard's death was definitely very surprising. It's been a long time since I've ever been that shocked watching an episode. All that aside, my thoughts overall on the season were that it was good. It was a good season. I wouldn't say that it was my favorite season, but it definitely delivers some of the peaks of the entire show. I think it has a few dull moments, but not much. Of course, this show is a little bit slower paced. I think season 6 overall is one of my favorite seasons so far, and it will definitely shape up to be one of the best by the time this show wraps up. I have to say, in hindsight, I obviously didn't like Chuck. I thought he was annoying. Chuck was such a well-done character, and I honestly look back on those days, and I wish that Chuck was still in the show. Chuck brought such a good element to this show with him and his relationship with Jimmy that I really wish was still going on. But yeah, I feel like Lalo's really going to shine in this last part of the season. And now for my predictions. I know a lot of you have your thoughts, and let's take a look at some of the main contending theories. So I think the main person that we want to know what happens is Kim, obviously, because Kim does not show up in Breaking Bad, of course. So I think the main contending theory about Kim, the front-running theory, is that she is going to get swept away by the vacuum guy, and that they're going to call and ask for a Hoover Max Pro or whatever the heck. She's probably going to get shipped off because they're scared that she's going to get killed by Lalo at some point, and then probably meet Gene in one of the final episodes of Better Call Saul. Gene Takovic, of course, being Saul in the future, and I think that would be good. I think that'd be fine. The other contending theory is that in the next very episode, she's also probably going to die. In the end, though, I don't really have much to say for theories because it's so up in the air what could happen right now. If you told me Howard would have died from Lalo in season, 3 even, or 4 when Lalo was introduced, I would not believe you in a million years. AMC Plus, why did you take this off your streaming service? It took me so long to find this because I definitely watched it on a very legal site. Let me know your theories in the comments, though, because I am excited to see what you guys have to say. That's about it. See you later.